Yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy Shadow, Kid the Frozen Shadow Collector. Welcome to another Disney-related video on my channel. So, for today's video, guys, I'm up with the horrendous task of explaining D23 and the D23 Expo. So, if you guys are excited for this content, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new around here. And for those of you who just want a quick-ass explanation as to what D23 Expo is, it is essentially a convention for Disney. That's essentially what it is. So it's similar to Comic-Con, it's similar to AnimeCon, all those different convention type things. It's very similar to that. Filled with a bunch of shops, and it has a bunch of sneak previews of future projects, trailers, and things of that nature, even signings. So that's pretty much the TLDR version of it. But for those of you who want to stick around, sit back, enjoy the show. But first off, we got a site-wide savings of 20% off until the end of the day on the US store. Personally, this is kind of like a whatever sale because now we know they will go down all the way down to 40% if need be. So personally, I would wait it out before you start just buying off the limited edition 12-inch dolls for the Disney Designer Collection and just wait for the 40% off. But that's just my spiel. Without further ado, guys, let's just jump right into the madness. Alright, here we go. So on the D23.com website, it pretty much tells you what D23 is. So D23 in itself is an official Disney fan club. So throughout the year, you will get magazines, you will get like exclusive items that come along with being a gold membership, things of that nature. But essentially in a nutshell, D23 on its own is just a fan club subscription. Is essentially what it is. Now, every year there are events throughout the year in which you can go to that are D23 events that are not the expo itself. So examples of what I'm talking about is this. So we had a few events that went on in San Diego this year. We had some going on in the Disneyland Resort, like canoe races, and then we had some D23 members celebrate Lilo and Stitch with an outdoor extravaganza. There are a lot of events that take place throughout the year. Even Star Wars is part of it because, Disney owns the rights to Star Wars. So it's pretty much things of that nature. There are events in which you can attend throughout the year. I'm assuming these events are exclusive to the US, which makes sense because that's where pretty much Disney is located. So that's not really a surprising thing, but essentially, that's what the D23 membership is. So if we go down to the breakdown of D23 membership, here's what you get. So you get a D23 Gold Member Collection set. So essentially, they sent out this right here. This set right here for Around the World of Disney Parks to you. That's essentially what this gold member set is. And then here's the annual subscription for the D23 magazines. So this pretty much will give you stunning photography and all access pass to discover the magic of Disney's past, present, and future. So there might be sneak previews in these magazines as well. And for the merchandise type of deal, there are some D23 merchandise in which you can purchase on the Shop Disney online store. And you can get discounts on these. An example of this is the Midnight Masquerade villain set from 2020. So, essentially how this worked was in 2020, they already had all, 6 of these ready to go. So they gave gold members a chance to get the full set early before everyone else. That's essentially what they did for this set. They didn't do it for the Ultimate Collection. I'm assuming because they didn't have enough of the dolls ready at the time. I'm assuming that they were still prepping the dolls and still making them in the factories. So that's probably why we didn't get a version of this year / last year for the Ultimate Collection. But yeah, things like these can happen where you get exclusive access to purchase these dolls if you're a gold member. Now, you can also have access to special events. So the special events, in-person events throughout the year is pretty much what I was saying before, these types of events. You have VIP access to these. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure you would have to pay a selected amount at these events. But yeah, that's pretty much all you get for the D23 membership. And you could do it either as an individual plan or a dual plan, and you can have a guest come with you to these events. So, you know, that's pretty much what it is. And now this is where it gets confusing because I'm assuming this is where people are just like, wait, what? I thought it was the same thing. So the expo, like I said at the beginning of this video, is a convention. So if you are a gold medal, you get exclusive discounts for the tickets to this expo that takes place in September. Now, at these expos, they have dolls such as the ones that happen leaked/announced recently, such as this Jasmine, this Merida, and this Giselle, along with this Platinum set. So, this expo contains limited edition variations, high quality variations of these limited edition dolls. Sometimes, not all the time, they do variations for the Shop Disney store. The only one they ever did before these that are coming up, these two, is Vanessa of 2019 for the 30th anniversary of The Little Mermaid. That's the only one they've ever done a normal release for the 17-inch dolls. There have been variations of designer dolls, like the Heroes versus Villains series, the D23 version of that, and a normal set of that. The one that comes to mind right now is the Elsa and Hans. There's a D23 version and there's a normal version of that. So that's what comes to mind when it comes to those. So, to put it simply, the D23 Expo exclusive dolls are only available at the expo itself. You can't buy them online in any form. At least, that's how it's been thus far. Of course, they can always change their formula where, they take maybe, I don't know, 200 or something like that, and they give it, and they put those online for a chance for the gold membership people to purchase through while waiting through a waiting room. That's a possibility. It's not something they've done before, but it's definitely something that could happen in the future. Do I expect it to happen with this Jasmine and this Merida? Absolutely not. I expect these to be only D23 Expo exclusive. So in order to get these variations of these dolls, you need to go to the convention itself. That's the unfortunate downside to people who live outside of the US or the people who don't have money to attend this expo. But even if you attend this expo, you're not guaranteed these dolls because it's just everyone pretty much bulldozing each other just get the merchandise in which they want. So nothing is even guaranteed even if you go to the convention itself. So if we go to this explains more of the D23. So that map for the actual expo we'll get into soon. But Talent Central is pretty much part of the expo in which people do signings and things of that nature. The Expo Masquerade 2022, this is essentially the costume contest. That's essentially what this is. And then this is just part of the benefits of being a gold member. So the other thing I want to talk about is Esmeralda. So since D23 was canceled last year, it turns out this Esmeralda that we got was supposed to be a D23 exclusive, but because the expo was canceled, the design for Esmeralda was dumbed down to be a general release. Now this bugs me out very much. The reason for this is because Shop Disney could easily do high quality editions. There's nothing stopping them. It's just, for some reason, they choose to dumb it down for the online purchases and keep the extravaganza, the most detailed versions for these conventions each year, which sucks so much because this level of detail used to be part of the doll itself in the past. So the fact that they pretty much just cheap out and go straight to the simple version for the online release sucks. I mean, I love my Esmeralda, but just knowing that it could have been even more really bumps me out right there. Of course, the differences are very subtle, just like the 2019 Vanessa doll, but once you notice the differences, you're kind of just like, wow, so this is what we could have gotten. And last but not least, here's the map of the expo itself. So everything in pink/purple, whatever, it kind of looks pink to me, but whatever you want to call it, these are the shops themselves. So there's a lot of shops at this convention, and there are multiple floors as well. Yeah, there are multiple floors. So, yeah, getting everything you want or going to everything you want to go to is nearly impossible. So, when you go to events like this, you want to prioritize what it is you really want. So, like, do you want to go to everything Lucasfilm related, meaning Star Wars? Do you want to go everything Marvel related? Or do you want to just see, like, Disney Pixar shit? Like, things of that nature. And pretty much at these things, they show sneak previews, they talk about future projects, things of that nature. It's literally the same thing as a convention, as like a Comic-Con convention. It's really very similar into that. It's not that much different to it. It's just the Disney version of it. And down here we have the key as to what each thing means. So if you ever have trouble deciphering this map, there's a legend key right here. But yeah, that's essentially what D23 is. Hopefully this explanation was helpful to you guys. I tried to break it down as much as I can. If you have any further questions, let me know down below in the comments. But that's essentially what the difference is between D23 Gold membership and the D23 Expo itself. The Expo is the convention in which you go to see announcements, to see sneak previews, hear the producers of your favorite series and such, talk about future projects, maybe meet even some of the cast, things of that nature. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this type of video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button if you're new around here, and with that all out of the way, thank you all for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.